So Lent is meant to reflect the 40 days that Jesus went into the desert on purpose. Immediately after his baptism, before he started doing public ministry. And what people do who are Christians during Lent is you give something up that is significant to you in some way. A lot of people give up food, of a specific food. A lot of people give up candy or sugar. A lot of people give up meat. A lot of people give up soda. I've heard of people giving up soda. Just anything that you are rather reliant on, that you have a lot of, intake a lot of physically. Some people give up alcohol. But anyway, it's meant to get you to reflect specifically on your life and have you spend more time with God. And you are supposed to deprave yourself, honestly. But are you depraving yourself if you're, not drinking soda, which you shouldn't be drinking anyway to begin with? So I will tell you what I gave up for Lent and kind of how that went this year. I am really happy about it. I love Lent, you guys. Lent is my favorite time of year, and I am not exaggerating. I love it. Okay, so time for scarcity to cause reflection, like Jesus did. So I gave up 3 things for Lent this year. I gave up coffee, I gave up fast food, and I gave up online shopping. I gave up coffee because I know I've talked about it on my channel many times before. I hate being addicted to coffee. I like coffee, like generally the taste of it, but the addiction to it is just so obnoxious to me. Like, the addiction to it outweighs the taste of it. The taste of it is not that good to me. I was actually hooked on iced coffee for a long time. You guys saw me drink it in many of my videos. I don't think that coffee is like bad for you. I mean, it obviously depends on who you are and your health, like generally and stuff, but I don't think there's really strong evidence to suggest that it's really good for you or really bad for you. I told this older gal at church that I gave up coffee for Lent, and she was like, "Coffee's good for you." And I was like, "Yeah, yes, it is good for you sometimes, but being addicted to that shit is not good for you." I am sleeping way better for not having had coffee. I honestly just love not being addicted to it. Like, literally, if I didn't have coffee, when I wanted coffee, like if we were out of iced coffee, I would have to run to the store and get some. I mean, luckily there's a store like right nearby, but like that urgency for no real reason other than I'm gonna have a headache and have a shitty rest of my day and feel like crap, don't like it. I'm not into it. So finally, I gave up coffee. I gave up caffeine too. So I couldn't draw the line at just coffee. I was like, I'm not having tea. I'm not having hot coffee, obviously, but I told you I was on iced coffee. Yeah, what's also annoying about me is I haven't had coffee for 6 weeks. Lent lasts 40 days. It's from Fat Tuesday. That's the last day of not Lent. And then Lent starts on Ash Wednesday, which is why Fat Tuesday is a thing. I'm Episcopalian, by the way. Sorry, I don't think I said that, but I think all Christians ought to do Lent because it really does bring you closer to God, and it makes you a better person, and it forces you to improve upon yourself, which I think all Christians ought to be doing. But anyway, I've heard people like Episcopalianism is somewhat similar to Catholicism. Robin Williams called it Catholic Light, Lite. We don't do confession. It's not a thing. We're not as strict. But Episcopalianism is like pretty popular. It's very like Anglo oriented, uh, just in its roots and traditions, and it it is technically like the Church of England. Like that's what the king supposedly belongs to, but he's not doing an Easter message this year because apparently all of England turned into pussies and now they're just bending over backwards for Muslims. So I don't know what that's about, but I digress. Okay, back to the video subject. I gave up coffee, I gave up fast food, and I gave up online shopping. I'm happy I gave up coffee. I don't know if I said this already. Sorry if I did. But the thing is with me and coffee is if I don't have it for a period of time and I become accustomed to not having it, that's my cat being a brat. I just fed her. I think she just wants my attention. She can knock stuff over though. It's okay. If I don't have it and I become acclimated to not having it, if I have 1 cup after that, I'm immediately addicted. And that bothers me. So hopefully this time I can stay off of coffee because I really don't actually like it that much. Anyway, fast food. You guys know why so many people in Vegas are fat? It's because of fast food. And because of how stupidly like car oriented this city is. I mean, I get it though, because you have to drive a lot and it's in the freaking blaring sun, which drains anyone. And then you're, hungry like quickly. You get ravenous hungry. Good job, Dan. Good work. You get ravenously hungry really fast, and then voila, there's a friggin' Carl's Jr. Voila, there's a Subway. Voila, there's a Burger King near you, right? And there's a Mickey D's. Seriously, you guys, I have not seen more fast food in any other city that I've lived in than in Vegas, which is not a compliment. But yeah, giving up fast food is actually really great. My husband and I would eat a fair amount of fast food because, we would get friggin' hungry quickly in this desert. I'm not sure why anyone decided it was a good idea to make it into a town, but here we are. You guys, it's not that bad. I'll get back into some more positive aspects of Vegas later. But we both gave up fast food, and that was a great decision because it did really force us to cook more. My husband's he has made a lot of homemade pizza, and I have too. It's delicious. We've been at home a lot more, and I don't know if it's gonna make sense to anyone who's not done Lent, but I'm telling you, like, when you decide to give something up, and it is in fact something you can give up, and you have a strong connection with God, like, you don't even question it. Like, yeah, you might be like, oh, I wish I could have that thing. Or like, oh, I wish I could do that activity, but you're like, I can't. Like, I'm wired for the most part. We'll get to that later, because I have given up things unsuccessfully for Lent, but I'm saying I'm wired now to just not have whatever it is I've given up for Lent during Lent. The only fast food I've really actually craved is Subway, but like even Subway isn't that great. Like, come on. And it is convenient, to grab food if you're really hungry. But you can also just like have a snack and wait until you're home so you can cook yourself a more healthy meal. But anyway, okay. I give up online shopping too. I really didn't do it a ton. I mean, I guess I did do it a ton. I mean, what is a ton? I would maybe buy things. I would buy like 1 or 2 things every 1 to 3 weeks, like before Lent, if that. But I just consciously giving it up was so great, you guys. I would have bought something if I absolutely needed it. I would have, like, you guys know I have a ton of pets. Pink eye is a common thing that happens with dogs a lot. I don't have any. Oh, I do have wood to knock on. Thankfully, only one of my dogs kind of gets pink eye relatively. He doesn't even get it that often. Some dogs have eyelids that make them more susceptible to getting pink eye. But anyway, so we have this pink eye solution for pets. It works for horses, cats, and dogs. Say we didn't have any of that and we needed some, I would have bought it online. You can't get it at pet stores, by the way. You have to get it online. But like, or if there had, I'm trying to think of any type of like emergency situation in which I would have needed to buy something online, but there really isn't one. I have really loved just not shopping online. I mean, I have browsed. Honestly, I think I enjoy browsing more than actually shopping online. I really do. Cuz like again, it's just like you can just scroll. You can just scroll forever when you're browsing. There is something I will get after Easter that I will buy online. It's I need a new pair of Kizik's, you guys. You guys, Kizik's are fucking dope, and I recommend anyone who likes saving time and energy to get some Kizik's. I have some now, but they are falling apart, so I could get a new pair. They're shoes, okay? They're just type of regular shoes. I mean, you can get like athletic shoes, you can get casual shoes, you can get like kind of more heavy duty like boots or winter boots. I'm not gonna fucking need winter boots, you guys, but Kizik's are shoes that you just step into. You don't need to pull the back. You can literally just step into those shoes and your shoes are on. So yeah, my Kizik's are falling apart right now and the soles are really thin. So I could definitely get a new pair. But in giving up online shopping, I've just really, really had to truly limit myself, obviously, but I've really also had to ask myself, like, why do I want that? Why do I want that thing? Why do I feel the need to buy this? You know, and it actually has influenced my like in-person shopping experiences. I also, because I can get stuff in person. Like that's not off limits for Lent for me. So if I really needed something, I would need to actually go out and physically buy it. And if I can't actually go out and physically buy it, is it something I really need? You guys, I don't actually need Kizik's, okay? I just love mine and I want to get a new pair because mine's wearing out. But like, in all seriousness, I have a perfectly good pair of shoes that I could wear instead. I just can't step into them. Do you guys ever go on Halera? Halara. I love Halera clothing. They have some freaking cool ass, dope ass clothing, but I'm actually trying to steer clearer of polyester, and a lot of their clothes are super cute, but then I look at fabric and I'm like, ugh, that's polyester. Don't want it. So I have been praying more, but the thing is that I don't even think you really necessarily need to like spend more time in prayer for Lent, because when you give things up, like you're basically already connecting with God by giving those things up. Do you see what I mean? Like the time I don't spend online shopping or eating fast food or drinking coffee, like I'm doing something else, you know? And that's good, right? Okay, so believe it or not, I have actually made some unsuccessful attempts at giving up things for Lent. I tried to give up cracking my joints. Ooh, yeah. I tried to give up cracking my joints. I think that lasted about probably until like 11 a.m. on Ash Wednesday. Couldn't do it. That was a long time ago, though. I don't even crack my joints that much anymore. It's not bad for you, by the way. But I also tried to give up. You guys, this is serious, okay? I'm not kidding you. One time when I was in college, I tried to give up hot water. And I did for 9 whole days. But that was too much. Okay, I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't. And then I was like, okay, I don't have to take like super cold showers. I can just take lukewarm showers. And then I was like, okay, no, I actually need to have hot showers. I can't not have them. Those are the only 2 I can think of that I didn't successfully give up. You guys, I'm not fucking ever giving up meat for Lent. I think I've told you that. But that is a common thing that people give up, is they give up meat just for Lent, and then they have like seafood or fish or false protein, genetically modified. I don't know if it's genetically modified, but it's created in a lab, created in a very processed way, fake meat. They eat that instead. Not giving that shit up ever. I've given up candy before successfully, but honestly, it kind of gets to the point where it's like giving up candy is like not even really that big of a deal, because like you don't even eat that much candy. I don't even eat that much candy like to start. I've given up Instagram. That's actually been awesome when I've done that. With Instagram, it just gets to the point where like it's hard for like a little while, but then it just gets to the point where you don't even think about it. Like that's why I deleted my Instagrams a couple years ago, but then I got it back. It's okay though. So these are things that I've heard of other people giving up. I have not done it. I've heard of people giving up their bed. Someone gave up his bed for Lent, and he said he slept on the floor for the whole 40 days. That's pretty hardcore. I heard of a guy or someone who gave up regular utensils like forks, knives, spoons, and he or she only used chopsticks throughout that time, which is pretty clever. I knew someone who gave up Netflix and like online streaming stuff for Lent. So going forward, because this video has been long enough already, I don't want to drink coffee habitually anymore. I really don't. It is way too obnoxious, which is tough for me because that means I also just have to abstain. Like, if someone like casually offers me a cup of coffee, I have to be like, no, thank you. I mean, I could just take it and, have a sip or 2, but you guys, I'm such a fucking lightweight. Even a sip or 2 of coffee like throws me off, and I'm not exaggerating. Okay. Definitely not going to eat as much fast food as we were before Lent, because the food I make and the food my husband makes is just better anyway. And I'm also definitely not going to be doing as much online shopping because it's just not really worth it. I think sometimes it is, if it's something you really want or are really going to use, by all means, but if it's just like stupid shit that you want to click and buy and get the thrill of buying, not necessary. Okay, I gotta put my cat back in his room, but thanks for watching. Happy Easter, everybody.